Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to replace a concrete base for a basketball system. Please stay tuned and continue watching until the end because I'm going to show you all the details of how we were able to replace the old base, clean up everything, set up the forms, pour the new concrete with a nice broom finish, and I'm going to show you all the details here in a little bit. If you want to learn how to do all kinds of handyman DIY projects, including home renovations, then you're in the best place here on YouTube. Consider subscribing to our channel and activate the notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any future videos that we're going to be uploading in the near future. The reason why we are replacing this existing concrete pad that you see right there is because last week one of my drivers, he accidentally hit the basketball hoop and it basically knocked the entire thing down and it damaged the pole that you see right there. So the homeowner, she required us to replace everything, including all the concrete down to the bottom. So we started to use this rotor hammer, just drilling holes and just breaking the concrete little by little. But I quickly found out that this was just way too small for this kind of a concrete base. So I quickly went to the local Home Depot store, to the tool rental department, and I got this Makita concrete breaker that it's electric. So, and I'm so happy that I did that because like you see right here, this is the right tool for this kind of a job. Especially this concrete, it was at least 10 to 12 inches thick around all of the perimeter. And then as we get closer to the basketball pole, it had like a round concrete foundation that you see right there. And so, but first, you want to make sure to break everything like from the outside towards the center. And once we got there, you see that, and then we were easily able to break the molding that they had, and now we're getting really close to being able to remove this pole that you see right there. So we basically had to clean up the area little by little as we're breaking the concrete until we can remove it. Now if you can notice, there was another pole next to that one which we just removed, but that's what caused us to be a lot more difficult than normal. But there it is, everything is exposed. The nice thing, since they already had one previous, we already have like the width and the parameter for the new concrete. And basically the instructions, if you follow those, it asks you to use around 7 to 10 bags of concrete mix, and we're gonna be putting the pole inside the concrete about 16 inches. So that way there's enough of the pole inside of the concrete and it'll be super firm and secure. Now the old concrete pad, it was 30 inches wide by 30 inches long, right in between the curb and the sidewalk. We're basically going to keep it the same thing, and also in the placement how it was before, we're going to make sure that it's the same distance from the curb as the prior one. So all those little details you just want to definitely keep an eye out. Now the instructions, it also tells you like how thick the concrete needs to be, how deep and whatnot. So depending on the system that you get, it's going to ask you for different requirements. In our case, I think it wanted it to be like 30 inches by 18 inches or something like that. So we definitely have the proper width, like you see with this huge hole that we created by removing all the old concrete. We're basically going to use the same setup that they had, fill all that area with concrete, and for the top we're just going to set up 2 forms by using a 2x4. We measured, cut the 2 sections, and we're going to be placing those from edge to edge of the concrete, securing it in place. And we're just going to put like 2 stakes on the outer edge so it just holds the forms in place. The nice thing, since this concrete pad, most of the weight is going to go down into the hole. There's not a lot of pressure that's going to push on those two forms. So there's not a lot of reinforcing that is needed. So it's a pretty straightforward job. Now, once you have the two forms in place, we can start filling in the hole and everything else with the concrete. Now, I definitely recommend for you to get, for something like this, we needed like about 10 bags of concrete. At first it seemed like quite a bit, but honestly it does like need a lot. So I would recommend, just make sure you have about 10 bags of concrete. Worst case scenario, if you don't use any, you can just take it back to the local store and just get a refund for it. So that's what we're doing right here, just mixing one bag at a time with our wheelbarrow, dumping it into the area. Now this last bag, we're making sure that it's not like super wet. We want to just have it like nice and medium, so it doesn't take a ton of time to dry and so we can finish on the surface. So once you have all that, we're just getting whatever's needed, putting it into place. Then we have like a little, that 2x4, we use it as a screed, just kind of screeding the concrete on the surface, making sure that it's nice and level with all of the forms and the concrete. And we just have to let it sit. That pole that you see right there, we made sure that it was nice and level in the position in all areas. Then once the concrete set for about 30 minutes, I went ahead and ran the edger that you see right there in all four corners. Now, I recommend for you to do that when the concrete is more wet, so that way it will be easier for you. Then you can just wait like every 45 minutes or an hour, according to however the concrete dries. Today was a little bit cold, and there was not too much sunlight, so this concrete was taking quite a bit to dry. But I'm just basically using a troweling all of the surface, making sure everything is nice and even, and ran the edger tool, and that's pretty much it. That's all you need here. And then at the very end, I'm gonna run the brush, the little broom, so we can get the broom finish. But I'm just gonna be doing this several different times, running the edger, running the trowel, just to make sure I get some nice clean edges and on the surface as well. Then once I see it pretty close, I'm gonna run the broom from one edge all the way to the other, so I can get that really nice texture on the surface. So this is me after I waited for like a couple of hours. Then I'm just, like I said, just running the broom. Now after each swipe, you're gonna see that the brush, it's gonna collect some of that like concrete slurry. So I recommend for you to rinse it after you swipe it a few times, so you keep the brush clean and you just brush the surface, and it keeps it nice and just professional. So another thing I'm doing here, I'm just carefully running the edger tool, trying not to hit the texture that I just did, just kind of running it around the edge so I can keep that as crisp as possible. And that's pretty much the results that you see right here. After we poured the concrete, finished it, did the brush finish on the top. Now we just got to let this cure for about 1 week, and we're just going to come in so we can assemble the rest of the basketball pole and all of that. Definitely stay tuned. I'm going to be uploading another video of how to assemble the basketball system from the Lifetime brand, and so you can just see the entire process. And one thing in the end that I'm doing here is just covering the area. I'm gonna put caution tape because the homeowner said that people walk their dogs quite a bit, and there's just a lot of traffic, so she recommended for me to just secure the area well so people don't step on the fresh concrete and mess with it. So that's pretty much it. That's the step-by-step process of how you can replace the concrete base or prep the foundation for a basketball pole and system. This is after everything has cured And like I said, I'm going to upload another video of how we did all the assembly work. But that's the final results of how you do all this work. We hope you liked this video. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and activate the notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any future videos that we're going to be uploading every week. Hit the like button, send us a comment, let us know if you have any questions or if you have any other input you can share with us. I'm also going to leave a few links in the description with different products and tools that we recommend. And if you click on those links, it will take you to Amazon. And all of that will also help to support our channel. May God bless you, and we'll see you on the next project.